Hey everybody, welcome back to the Capes Cast podcast. I'm Jeremy,
And I'm Ryan.
and it's probably going to be a short one this week. There's only a few books we really want to talk about. One bit of news, I guess, to kick it off. Comic-Con is this weekend, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's this weekend. Um, Either way, Scott Snyder did a little reveal, and in Absolute Wonder Woman number 15 will be like the first will officially be the first crossover between two of the Absolute heroes. It'll be
Right.
Absolute Wonder Woman and Absolute Batman meeting for the first time. Um, we kind of I feel like we kind of already knew this, right? Didn't they like kind of let this slip a while back? And also there was a lot of speculation that it would be these two anyway, based off just some of the way that the plot has been going, like the way that
I
they're like referencing other stuff.
I think it's just fitting because I think just Absolute Wonder Woman's the best out of the three. So why not have it be that title where it's
Yeah, no, exactly. I agree. It'll be good. I'm excited to see it, and it was really cool. It's cool. The cover, if you've probably you'll probably see it if you whoever's watching. If you haven't seen it, look up like just absolute crossover, or like
yeah.
any comic news site has probably reported it by now. But there's the cover or like the promo art. What I'm assuming is the cover because it's Hayden Sherman doing it.
Yeah.
So, but it looks great.
Yeah.
It's also big kudos to him to be able to one to like draw the first crossover between those characters. Like that's
Yeah.
great. Good for him.
Yeah. I know, honestly, I didn't know if it was I knew it was either going to be him or Dragata that got to do it. And
Yeah.
I'm glad it got to be Sherman because
Yeah, I really love his Batman, dude.
yeah, his Batman's great. So like to see, we champion, dark patterns all the time, but like to see like his version of Absolute Batman next to like his Diana is
Yeah,
gonna be
right.
is
And it's cool
looks
because like we see his main universe Batman so much. It'll be cool to see like his a different take on it. Like his take on a different take on Batman, I
yeah,
guess.
it's gonna be cool. And because I wonder if like does it say like Scott Snyder and Kelly Thompson are doing it together, or is it just Kelly Thompson
I
doing
didn't
it?
look that deep into it, but I would assume it's probably just Kelly. But I mean,
I mean, I trust her either way.
yeah, but
Yeah.
also like this seems like a pretty collaborative effort, like all the absolute stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if it was like Snyder had input on how Bruce would react or how like this would, like this
But
thing.
I mean, it all kind of makes sense that we're getting like the crossovers between them because I mean, we're about to get into this DC KO thing, which is,
Well, right.
and it's like, so it's about, it's about time. It feels like everything's kind of coming to a head anyway,
Yeah, no, I agree.
and not in like a ultimate universe, like, hey, this is gonna end type of way. Like,
Like,
I
oh,
feel
you
like
mean
this
like
is
Ultimate
just,
Endgame? I guess that would be the other bit of news. I guess that's a pretty
yeah.
good segue into that. The Ultimate Universe apparently is announcing an Endgame, Ultimate Endgame, which is like, which what appears to be the end, or maybe
It's
the end
just
of
so weird how it's
this
like the
phase
movie.
of the Ultimate Universe. I don't know. It's not really
Did you
completely
see the
defined.
cover for it? It's like the
Yeah, it's very,
movie poster.
they're very clearly homaging Endgame, which okay, whatever. I don't have a problem with it. I think Hickman is clearly like having fun with it, you know what I mean? But also the movie,
Is
the
it
movie,
Hickman or is it Camp?
it's both of them.
Okay.
Um, I, I probably, I mean, maybe I will. That Endgame homage variant does look pretty cool, but also we'll see. I really hope it's just that in name and it's not that in anything else. You know what I mean? Which if it's Hickman and Camp, I have full faith that it's going to be something unique and really
It
interesting.
might be just like the Ultimate Universe reboots into something new, you
Could
know.
be. I hope so. I mean, the titles are all good in there, so it'd be a shame to like bring that to a close after 2 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe it's like something to do with like undoing everything like the Maker did.
Yeah, and then getting like a fresh start of things, that would be cool.
Yeah.
What I really do find in like really nice for that Ultimate Endgame book is the use of the Maker's mask for the U, like they've been doing with other
Yeah.
books, like how they have like the DNA spiral in X-Men, or you got like the spider in Ultimate Spider-Man. You know, you've got
You
the
got all of
orange.
Hickman's graphic design.
Yeah, dude. Oh, and it's just genius. It's such a
Yeah.
subtle, like, but such a kick-ass like design. Like
Hickman's
the
genius
engagement
at
is
that,
oh,
like
it's
those
so
little
good.
graphic design things and the
Yeah,
consistency of it. Like I love how like every old like Ultimate book looks a
got the
certain
same
way.
trade dress. It has the same
Love
theme.
it.
Everything, per every
Yeah.
time.
And that's like total Hickman. Hickman's all about the packaging as much as like
What's inside? Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. Um, yeah. I mean, that was pretty much the two big things that I really want to touch on. I totally forgot about Ultimate in Game until we started talking about
yeah.
the other two. Um, but yeah, what do you want to start? Ultimate Batman? Ultimate Batman. Absolute
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, absolute Batman, dude. This was crazy issue, dude.
Pretty it was a good ass issue, man.
I don't know, man. I'm pretty sad about Waylon. I'm pretty sad,
Yeah, no.
but I feel like it undercuts it because it's like we get such like a badass scene after finding him, and I feel like it just
Yeah, I
undercuts how
know.
sad it should be. And like I'm like, man. But this issue was crazy. I feel like, the Snyderisms just keep coming because we see like Bruce become this like master, like he basically like pretends to be docile and like
Yeah, it's like this really
submissive.
because at the end of last issue, like Bane beat his ass, right?
Mhm.
And then he was captured. They've been doing all these surgeries on him. They apparently have like through multiple attempts like had to remove all like his arm, like his suit, the secret little things he put inside his suit to protect him, the little things he was putting inside his body to protect him. Anytime they made an incision in him, it seemed like there was something that was like popping out to it, like to attack them, whether it was like
Yeah.
a paralyzing pellet, or it was like a sleep pellet, or it was like anything that he could have thought to
Yeah.
like put in his body safely as like a booby trap or a defense mechanism. He thought about it.
Right. And by the way, can I just say, like, the first issue of the or issue 9 had this like crazy like abomination title
Of
page that
Bane.
was like all bane and muscle, and this one's just like Killer Croc all coiled up and like,
Yeah.
dude, like this like Dragata is killing this. Like I'm loving just like this like
Yeah,
these
those title cards are really cool.
like man, like Dragata's killing it. And to
I
be honest
mean,
with you, like I didn't feel like I got this much depth from Dragata in like, when I from the little I read of East of West,
mhm.
like I've only read like the first like 20, 25 issues. So, but that's like all I knew about Dragata before this.
Yeah.
So like to see this is like insane. Like it makes me want to finish East of West now.
Yeah, I mean, finish East to West. I mean, we also did some stuff with Hickman and Fantastic Four too.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I
I,
need it.
I don't remember which issues I forgot. But yeah, he did that. He did some stuff in there. That's why they did East to West too, I think.
Yeah.
Um,
This one we see like Batman's like, like dude, this was so crazy. Like,
so he like yeah, so he escapes his cell, right?
yeah,
And it's him just like kind of like I love the recurring scenes of him running down this hall. Dum, 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 dum,
yeah,
dum, dum. Like every few pages. I think that's the funniest shit in this whole issue. Is it's like every 5, 6 pages or so, it's just him running down the hall because he keeps escaping.
yeah.
But it's like every time he escapes, like it's something he runs into like a different rogue in his gallery.
Right. You see him running to Clayface first, and you're
But it's
like,
like a whole room of him.
yeah.
Oh, and it was just oh God, it was just
And he's like stepping on his
gross.
face, and he's like getting like,
Yeah, he's like, it hurts. You're like,
like,
oh man.
like, I mean, to be honest with you, like, Batman's like rogues were pretty like gothic already, but this is just like dark, dark.
Yeah.
Like, all of them just feel like there's this like I said with Waylon, it just feels like this like darkness to it because it's just like, the body horror of it all and the fact that they were so close and then to see Clayface like this too, where he
Yeah,
wasn't like they're all just like it's like all of Batman's rogues are just created in Arc M.
yeah.
Like they're being in Batman, they're even trying to turn Batman into basically
Into something, right.
I think Man Bat.
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, probably because you have the
Because remember
Langstrom
he's like sees
experiments. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like later on, we see the Langstrom experiments or whatever.
exactly.
But I like this, the pacing in this issue is really well done, I think, because you have like the segments where it's Bruce trying to escape, but after that, it's like cut to a flashback of when they're trying to help Waylon train for a fight. And then it's also like cut to present where his mom is looking for him, and she's got Harvey on her in her corner trying to help him find Bruce or help her find Bruce. And it's kind of like creates this like sense of urgency for not just for Bruce, but for everybody in his life that's trying to find him. And and I imagine they don't know where Waylon's at because he's clearly not with them.
Right.
And that's not everything that's not anything that's ever addressed in this issue, but you kind of get the feeling that if they're looking for Bruce and they haven't been able to find Waylon, it's only natural they would be looking for him too.
And I love
Um,
it too. We see that Bibbo is a like a fighter. Bibbo,
yeah.
yeah, like an actual like fighter, and and then you see them kind of like bond over like watching Bibbo fight.
Mhm.
It's pretty cool, like having absolute like Bibbo be.
Yeah. I just like the Gotham like the Gotham gang, I just like that
Yeah,
like
so do
element
I.
to them
Like the
where it's just
Crime
like,
Alley gang, like
yeah, I love that. I think that's so cool. Like it's such a good idea.
yeah, and then
But
it's cool too to not have like all of his rogues because it's like at least Clayface is something outside of that, and so it's pretty smart with like who they pick.
right, and just like you also see like Poison Ivy in this issue too.
Yeah,
And it's like she's like very much like possessed by the green.
yeah, I thought that was pretty cool.
So yeah, that was cool. It wasn't even really like Pamela Isley. It was just the green like talking through her, which I think
Yeah,
was unique.
yeah, like
Um,
I said, everything just feels super dark in this. Like everything feels dark. Like
yeah, and then then you get this flashback of like Selena going out and trying to like rob a bank, and she's got her girls that have all like, and so she's got like her own crew, and she's making a name for herself out there.
yeah,
And then you have this flashback to, or not even flashback, but like it jumps back to present day where Martha's putting up posters, and then and it's like it's this interesting moment because it's Martha's putting up these posters about how like then it's kind of like a vague photo of Bruce, and then it immediately cuts to this like he's shaved, he's got
yeah.
all this like green stitching on him and stuff, or like whatever this is, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
it's like he's just been experimenting on something's in his body, something's.
and then like I really like how like the veins on his back
Oh yeah, they're a bat. I mean,
literally
that's total
I
Snyder.
mean, yeah, like it
That's
was
total
like I
Snyder.
laughed. I got a chuckle out of it.
Yeah,
But then
that's
it's like he thinks like the suit's like mocking him.
yeah.
But then he just puts it on. And there's like this sick ass page from Jagata, dude. Oh, that was
That
so cool.
that that splash page is sick, dude. The one of him just going through the
Just like
wall.
through the wall. Oh, it's just fire.
Yeah, yeah. Dragata's killing it. Like I can't imagine anybody else doing this book because it's just this feels like its own that nobody else can do.
Right. And there's even another one later on, like that's really cool, I think.
Hmm.
I mean, it's really badass. But yeah, this one where it's him breaking through the wall, I just think that's so clean, dude.
Yeah, and not even that. We're seeing like the in-betweens of him and Waylon like training together and
Yeah.
like and them bonding and which just like makes like what happens eventually even worse because it's just like damn it. But pretty much this issue is pretty cool because it just shows that like Batman's tried to escape like 30 times and like
But it's also like he never gives up. He's like he already hasn't given up like at all.
yeah. So but
And
like Bane always catches him, beats his ass and locks him back up, and
I mean, up until this last attempt where he reaches the Langstrom experience, and it's like you kind of can see, who's here, and because you kind of have a man bat character in the back there.
yeah,
Then you've also got like this pig who I would assume is maybe Professor Pig, but I
I
also
would
don't know.
imagine.
Like a bunch of like these weird, you can maybe draw some loose connections to like rogues, lesser known rogues. Like one of them kind of puts up like a Mr. Bloom vibe, but
Right.
you know, um.
Yeah, yeah.
Bane finds him again, like you said, and he ends up putting another ass beating on him. But in this time, he ends up cracking the glass to another experiment, and it's Waylon, of
Yeah.
course, who's now Killer Croc, and
Yeah.
this like whole like recurring sequence with them watching the tapes, and you have this it's like the scene with Selena where she's like, you have to tell him like if you're his friend, you need to tell him that he can't win.
Right.
But then like Bruce, when like kind of like when the chips are down, he's like, like. I'm still gonna have my friends back. I'm still gonna say like you got this, bro. Like basically. And then so
Right.
like it kind of and then it jumps to present day where he's riding fucking Killer Croc.
Yeah, dude.
It's so crazy, dude.
Yeah,
Like
and
Batman has like a dragon
yeah. pretty much.
It's
So it's
crazy.
like I would first I was like sad because I was like, no, Waylon, and then it's like we get this badass like double page splash of just him, just
Yeah,
like
him just riding him. I'm like, that was sick. And then they escape, and then he's like
but
basically
to go back a
final
little
phase.
bit, this page blew my mind. Go back a little bit where it shows like Batman kicking or like Bruce kicking ass, and he's like, it shows like him escaping one time, and basically they're like, they talk about his docility being performative, but he basically you find out he took his teeth
Yeah.
out and put them in between his like
Yeah, and like wrapped him up like, yeah, like it's so savage, dude.
yeah, and so like and then not even that, he like messed with like his feeding tube to get his
And
stomach acid. And dude, like
it's
what?
just the most like metal, like ridiculous shit that you can imagine.
Yeah, and not even that. It's like this says perhaps the most impressive was what he did with his latrine. After collecting a large amount of guano inside and then urinating on it for weeks, Subject 27 was able to create a highly flammable compound, not
Not
unlike
unlike
gunpowder.
gunpowder, yeah. So then blows a wall through the
Like, this is awesome. This is
yeah,
awesome.
it was just like it's like all everything. This is like a rule of cool, but I like
Yeah,
buy into it 100%.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, and then the issue just ends with uh Dr. Arkham and Bane basically like setting up the final phase of their plan
Pretty
to
much. And
to like
now
break the
he's like,
bat.
I'm really gonna break.
I'm gonna break the bat. Yeah, like kind of whatever. It's
Yeah,
cool. This arc is good. I really enjoy it.
I do too. I
Like
thought this was
I
great.
I it's kind of been like a slow ramp up to this since the Mr. Freeze two
Yeah,
part. So it's cool to see like you get a little bit of an introduction to this like monster like stuff that's under like this city of monsters that sits underneath Gotham.
yeah.
Like and it's and maybe that's like a little symbolism from Snyder where it's like you have all of these monsters that are all, in the city of Gotham and they sit in the city and they live in it.
Mhm.
But then really underneath it you have a literal city of monsters sitting underneath it.
Right.
So I mean it's kind of the
I
symbolic.
like it. I like it a lot. It's so I don't know. I feel like just while it's not like the best thing, I could just totally tell that Snyder's having a blast where he's just with the new 52, he was careful. He was probably afraid. He was, like this was,
Right.
this is like where he's just like, you know what? I had to do metal. I had to do death metal.
Justice
Now
League.
I just want to do Batman and just have fun and just have the freedom to do whatever I want. And
That's right. I mean, you can't ask for much else from a creator that just likes that one that already delivered a really solid run on the character that was like true to the character and fit in the new universe that they were building at the time. That was supposed to be like the definitive version, you know?
yeah, and you could tell Dragata's having a blast too.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
You
Like
know,
you don't need to draw like cool stuff like that and not have fun, I feel like.
yeah, exactly.
Um,
I'm gonna actually just go into a rant really quick about the Superman Unlimited
yeah,
series
hit me.
because, dude, this this issue, this is the third issue of this arc, and out of nowhere, we finally get Crypto. We'd never got him before. It's like literally they got told like, "Hey, this issue's
Movie
coming
came
out
out, you
at the
got to use
time
it.
the movie's coming out, so make sure that issue has Crypto in it." Whatever, literally this the cover. He's a very good boy. The title of the thing, he's a good boy. Okay, whatever. So it's constant, this like, like we see younger thing with crypto, and it's just super weird to me that like in this, it's super weird because they're making like he's writing John and draw like John is drawn like he's 5 years younger, but he's not. It's just I don't know what's going on here. Like John in this like looks like like a small teenager.
Kind of like older than Super Sons John, but also not quite
Yeah.
Son of Kal-El John.
Yeah. And he's acting like
How does that work?
I don't know, dude. Like it's like weird. Like that doesn't feel like John right now?
Or I mean, something like does it feel like John from Super Sons or like an older?
It feels more like Feels more like Tom, like not Tom Taylor's, more like
Tomasi's.
John's written in Jurgens with like his Lois and Clark series.
Oh,
But he's younger in that. That takes place when John is like a kid.
yeah,
So I don't understand this. Like, and you want me to believe that like John can't stop crypto like on a walk, like
yeah. No, I get it.
So not even that. We're finding out like in this, it's not referenced in any other book, but basically Lois Lane hired uh Tina from Gorilla City to be part of the Daily Planet IT department.
Okay.
It's just weird. I don't know. I just never pictured like Metropolis, the Daily Planet. Now we got a gorilla there. I don't know. It's just weird.
Hey, man,
I don't know.
they're giving everybody opportunities there.
Yeah, I guess so. But in this, we find out that crypto, there's like tire marks that go by, and crypto can suddenly tell and smell that it's the toy man from the Golden Age. So he's like, huh? And he goes to go look for it. And we find out that it isn't that toy man.
Oh,
What we have now is a new toy man.
mm.
This toy man is a robot from the old toy man.
Oh, okay.
So that's the new toy man here. And he's looks, I don't know, man.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. All right. Here's the thing.
That is the, yes,
Here's the thing. This book doesn't sound very good.
it's really not. And on top of all of that, basically, we find out that basically Toyman hits Crypto with kryptonite, but since Superman can go gold now, he holds Crypto, goes
And does
gold
it suck all the kryptonite poisoning out of his body?
pretty much.
Get the fuck out of here. Did I just guess this will like have the
Pretty
Deus Ex
much.
Machina like save?
Yeah.
Classic, bro. Classic.
And then like after this, like this is like so weird. Like he tells Superman to look at him with like X-ray vision, and you could tell that like this toy man has like a skeleton. And
Like
he's like,
he
but
was
I
a
am still a
robot.
toy man. He says, I am literally a toy man. I am I am not only Scott's greatest creation. I'm better than he ever imagined. He gave me a conscience greater than his own. When he built me, he accidentally created a Pinocchio. I swear.
I was literally just about to say this is like Pinocchio, dude.
And
This
guess what he says after this? I
I'm a real boy.
no, he says, I swear to you, Soupy, I just want to be a good boy. So that's how we tie him into crypto and the whole good boy thing. And then at the end of all of it, you see that this toy man sends crypto a bunch of like toys to play with to say sorry because Superman showed him his humanity. And that was issue 3 of Superman Unlimited so far.
I like Dookie, bro.
It's so like weird Dan Slotty to be
Sounds like ass, dude. I don't know
like,
what to say.
hey, oh, hey, you
It
remember
just
Toyman from
doesn't
the Golden
sound that
Age?
good.
Here's Toyman from the Golden Age, but no, it's Toyman's robot that we didn't find out until now, and it's eh, like, come on, dude. I'm like,
Sounds like
Raphael
ass.
Albuquerque could be doing some great work elsewhere, man. Like, what
Hey,
a
man.
waste of talent. Like,
Can't win them all, I guess.
and literally, this was just like a one and done issue in the middle of his arc about crypto. So it's like, I feel like this was just an assignment. Like, hey, the
Yeah.
movie comes out around this week that this comes out. So make it all about crypto. And it's like, I don't know. I feel like Dan Slott is just marvelizing Superman, and I don't like it.
What you gonna do, man? He was on Spider-Man for too long. Hopefully he won't be on Superman for that long, and we
It
can.
it just feels too familiar. It really does. This feels like Superman done like Spider-Man, and it's really weird. Like it's too similar for Dan Slott to be doing, a bustling city with a guy who's like a news reporter and like that worked for a news company.
Yeah,
It's like, you know what I mean?
with the
It
city
really just
paper, and he's like, "No, I get it." Um, how long do you think this book will last?
not
Too
long.
long, probably, huh?
Probably because it's Dan Slott. I mean, look how long they gave Bendis his shot for. Bendis
That's
went and
true.
kept going, even after everybody was like, "Stop, stop, stop it!" Like, but that's why I feel like they were like, "Okay, we'll just give him this like Superman Unlimited title. We're still gonna have Joshua Williamson just,
Right, you're gonna do your thing where somewhere else, basically.
yeah, yeah." Because I mean, Joshua Williamson's not recognizing that he's golden and can,
Right. I mean,
it,
not yet, at least. We'll see what happens, but
yeah.
who knows? But yeah, that's Superman Limited Rant issue 3. You said
Yeah, pretty much, dude.
you
And
got to keep up
I
with
think I'm
that and
I'm
your
gonna
Batman
keep up.
Hush rants.
Oh, dude, hush, dude.
Next issue of Hush, we'll play catch up on that.
That's this week, man. Oh,
Hey, let's go.
yeah, it's gonna be rough, dude. But yeah, I this is. I'll keep an eye. I'm not gonna talk about it every week because it's not worth it. But man, I just felt like this issue just really shows that like I don't think Dan Slott really knows what he's doing when it comes to DC. Not saying that he doesn't know his stuff or anything. I just feel like his writing is the Marvel way, and
Yeah,
it feels like
I get that.
he feels it. This really feels like DC done the Marvel way, and it doesn't feel like the energy just feels off.
Something's wrong.
Yeah,
uh, let's do Absolute Flash next.
dude, man, this was so cool.
I really love this issue. So it kicks right off where we left off from the last one.
I'm
Grodd,
still
Wally.
pretty lost in what's going on, and I think that that's the point. But
So yeah, so I think so too.
yeah,
Grodd and Wally find Heatwave, and they kind of have their first little brawl with him, only for them to like end up taking this fight outside and into like the young people's, the Dibney mission, where he's like, helping out all the young,
yeah,
the less fortunate kids. And like it's cool to see him basically still be a hero in this universe. Like he jumps into action to kind of save people, like just right off the jump. And he realizes like everyone needs to run, like get out of here.
yeah,
And he's very responsible for everybody that's around him. So it's cool to see like no matter what universe these characters are in, some of them are still like have that heroic streak to them, you know?
right,
Um, and then we get a little bit more with the rogues and Eleanor Thawne. This bit with the rogues is kind of what I've been hoping for. Is you have the really dysfunctional family dynamic
yeah,
between them, and we got a little bit of that already.
yeah,
But like this kind of really sells it because one, they failed their mission, and two, there seems to be a lot at stake for them, not just them, for Eleanor, for Rudy because of Wally. Grodd is missing, and then you also have she mentions that Heatwave or McRory has been like has is out there, and it's alarming for Cold because they're friends in this universe still, it seems. So there's another element of their like dysfunction because one of their friends is now and it is like basically a walking monster.
right,
How did that happen? We're not sure yet, you know?
right. But it's like Grodd is leading them to the mall because Grodd has a tracker on him.
Right, right. And not to mention that, like Grodd seems like he's trying to help Wally and also probably help these experiments. So it's gonna be this like I think period not even periodically, it'll probably be this first next several issues. It'll probably be like this chase between Grodd, leading Wally to these other experiments, and then them tailing Grodd and Wally, and it just be this chase for the next several. You know,
Yeah,
it could be that, or it could be like spread out across the rest of the series. I have no idea, but I'd imagine that's kind of how those events play out. You know what I mean?
right.
Um, right back to Ralph just doing his thing as a hero, saving people, and then Wally's like freaking out, like having his moment down in the sewer again.
I love when Wally and him like Wally and Grodd talk, man. Just
Yeah, it's just like he's just just another reassurance,
yeah,
like a pep talk for him to get him back in the game.
yeah. It's okay to be scared, but people are scared too.
Yeah.
Like it's
Yeah.
awesome, dude. Like I love Grodd in this. Like he's just like such a cool little dude, man.
Yeah, and then he convinces him to put the suit on, and Wally comes in to save the day. And I like how Ralph immediately knows it's him.
Yeah,
He's like, Wally? He's like, what are you doing, man? He's like, all right, let's just get this done.
right.
And then we get to like this moment where he was like reaching out to him, and he's like supercharged, it looks like. And he like, I don't know if he teleports or if he's just having like a vision,
Yeah,
but he
yeah.
gets
That
like,
this is where I get lost. I'm like, what's going on?
there's like this like apparition in space, it looks like, or like wherever he's at, that's between realities, I don't know, that kind of reaches out to him and it's calling his name. Is
Right,
it Barry? I think so, maybe. I don't
right.
know. The speech bubbles maybe indicate that it could be. Then Ralph comes in, kind of like shakes him too, brings him back. He saves the day with him and Linda. Like Linda comes in, oh my God, you're okay. Like, I'm okay. We're gonna fall in love. Yada yada. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is a really straightforward issue, but I really enjoyed it because it's like
But
kind of his first moment in action as a hero, cut to like debut as the
so,
Flash.
so did he absorb all the heat? Like all the
I It kind of appears that way, like just
so
based
is
off.
he becoming like a firestorm type speedster now?
I
Or
don't think so. I mean, I think it's probably more so like he cut off the oxygen maybe, and it was just like the friction, and I'm sure there's science or like comic science reasons to explain how he got rid of the fire, but maybe it is one of those things where it's like it's just an energy that he's able to, not necessarily like he's gonna now become like a fire
right.
character,
He
but
could
I don't
use it for a temporary amount of time if he yeah.
know. Hey man, don't play with me. That'd be kind of cool actually.
That would be cool.
Like oh, that would be interesting because instead of like him siphoning off speed like traditionally, like he like speed some speedsters can,
It's
he's
just
like
energy.
siphoning off other powers.
It's just energy in general. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Damn, dude, that'd be kind of sick actually.
Yeah.
What, let's not even go there. That's crazy. But then yeah, Eleanor is leading, the rogues saying like basically get your asses out there and go find Wally. And then little sneaky Rudy West here at the end goes into this project Olympus, and
I have no idea what that is. Do you?
it's just this project that Lazarus has funded.
Right, but that thing that's in the
Oh
thing.
yeah, that's what I was getting. And there's like this alien spaceship, and then there's these aliens that are sitting in these tubes. My initial guess was the Dominators,
Okay.
but I also don't know. Could it be that they're experimenting on these aliens, on people, and like Grodd, and these powers, and or like what's happening to them is the result of that?
Uh, I don't
You know
know.
what I mean? Like I don't know. So like for example, for this, is it possible that the experiment that they were working on that gave Wally his powers and killed Barry was because they were experimenting with some kind of one of these aliens in some way?
Yeah.
And like with other experiments, like with Grodd, I don't think Grodd always has abilities. It's probably an experiment they did. Is it from these aliens?
Yeah.
McRory, did they do something with the alien DNA and experiment on him and he turned into Heatwave? Like a weather wizard, like all of the names that we've kind of seen in passing, or like who knows?
Yeah, it just makes me wonder because like I immediately want to go like White Martian, but then I'm like, no, it's not going to
Yeah.
be that because
But yeah, I mean, even then you never know. There's a lot of cool stuff, man.
yeah. And by the way, that cover for this issue is just peak
Great, yeah, great cover. Oh, I really liked it.
incredible cover, dude. Like I can't wait. I think Robles comes back next issue, so
Yeah,
I not to say Kaplan was bad or anything. I'm just saying I really think Robles fits.
yeah. And this was like a good like not that it steered away from the main story, but it was a good like pit stop for Wally to like catch a break for a second. And then AJ Kaplan's art, you kind of get like the feel of like he's safe for a moment. It's like, he's kind of the art seems a little bit more vibrant and like
Yeah.
lighter than Robles's art,
Yeah.
where that has like a more serious and like kinetic tone to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought this art AJ Kaplan did a good job for this issue.
Do you think that Eleanor is going to be the Eobard of this?
I maybe, but I also think that maybe it could be somebody else. I think maybe she might be the reason why maybe it reverse flash exists, but I don't necessarily think that maybe she is the one.
Or like her grandchild from the future comes back?
Bro, like in inertia, dude, don't even mess with me, bro. Like that would be honestly kind of sick.
Yeah, like something happens with Eleanor in the present, and that makes like basically like her.
Because I think according to what Lemire said, I think issue 9 we're gonna see the reverse flash. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know if it's like origin or if it's just he's showing up for they're showing up for the first time. I have
it
no
makes me
idea.
wonder if it's Barry. Like we're gonna see Barry.
Yes, my guess, my long shot guess is it's his dad. My long shot guess is his dad gets sick of waiting and trying to finding his son and dealing with failure after failure from the rogues. That he links up with Eleanor and says, "You need to do something to replicate this accident and give me powers to find my son." That's my long shot guess. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no basis for
And then
that
it'll be
other than
it'll
I
be.
think Rudy's starting to get desperate.
I was thinking he's gonna get himself killed before anything.
That's also entirely possible. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? Like that's also
because he's
possible.
snooping around and going to places now, like
Right, but
questioning
he's
everybody.
like the dude in charge, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but now
So
he's like
like,
going in. Like I feel like he's still sticking his plate. Like
but then again, he's also just U.S. military and he's not Lazarus and is not working on a project funded by Lazarus. So if he does go snooping too much,
exactly.
Mr. Rachel Savage will
Yeah,
go ahead and throw him off a building too because he's not his rightful son.
right.
But hey, yeah, I really like this. There's a lot of interesting like things going on in the background that are really subtle. Like if you really just in this book for Wally to see what's happening with the Flash, the supporting casts are really kind of being built up slowly. That's
Yeah,
cool. I like it.
I like it a lot. I can't wait. Like because I feel like once everything clicks, it's gonna be like yes. I
Yes,
really like
absolutely. I think so too. It's
So
just
it's
a
just
slow burn of some things. I think we'll get there. It'll be good.
yeah. And not even that, I just trust Lemire. If it was anybody else, I might be concerned. Like, okay,
Yeah, Lemire's never
can
done
you
anything
land
wrong.
this plane that you're trying to build while flying it? But
Yeah,
like,
yeah, literally.
like, so I don't know. Like, I love Jeff Lemire. He's a master of his craft. So, and I feel like this has like an emotion to it that the other ones don't have. The other absolute, and I feel like that's just
Yeah.
Lemire's wheelhouse right there.
Yeah, the character work rather than like the superhero work, I guess, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So no, I agree with you. I want to talk about New Gods. We don't have to talk about it like for long. I just
Oh
think there's a lot
man.
of cool like there's just like some lore stuff I think is interesting.
Yeah. I agree.
Because Ron V is doing like literally the New Gods work
He's
with
doing like Jack
this.
Kirby's.
Dude, and I love it, bro. It's just like he's creating these he's like enhancing and creating the mythology that's been around in DC for so long.
Which is what you're supposed should be
Yeah,
doing.
and he's doing it in such cool ways too.
Yeah.
And I really love how each of these issues, like the flashback stuff or like the lore building and like the history stuff
Mhm.
with the gods and like their stories and all this, it's all being done by a different artist that isn't Cagle.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like it takes away from the book in any way.
No, because I noticed that I forgot what I was watching. I think it was an interview, but it's Kagel and Rom that they both work together on picking what artists they think
Yes.
work. So it's
Yes.
not like they're working together to work with creatively
Right.
with
And
that.
and like yeah, and I think it's always every single one of these guest artists for these like flashback or like origin things, they're fitting every single time.
Yeah. Well, I
It's
mean, they're fitting and like they nail it because it's like intentional. Like they're trying to nail a tone. They're trying to nail
right.
especially for the moment of what's going on in there. And I just love Ram V. He's able to like he really studies. mythology from everywhere. Like he's like a so to when you read his work, it's literally like he's writing these characters as mythological creatures at this point.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the way he writes the Justice League too in this book, it feels like.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like every character is treated with such like delicacy.
And not even that, dude. Just Evan Cale's art is just so gorgeous. Like I
Oh,
just want more of
every
it.
single page. But yeah, I mean, basically, like really what I wanted to touch on with this was like I really like how it establishes like Highfather as like he doesn't seem as like this distant like like omniscient figure that he kind of has always felt like in the past. Like this, Ram is really doing a lot of stuff to like humanize him and make him show that he's just make like show us that he's just as flawed as any of these other characters.
Hmm.
And it's nice because we're getting little bits and pieces of his backstory and his history as the series goes on, like how he battled in the past with certain things, how now he lost somebody really important to him, and he feels like he's now destined for this great purpose.
Hmm.
You know, he feels like the source chose him, but it's like he really maybe it didn't, you know, and it's like this whole inner struggle with him, like having to accept the fact that he lost his son, Solus is his son, right? Light Ray's other son.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so he loses his youngest son, and you know, among you know, he lost his world, like a
But
bunch of his
remember
people.
also in the first issue, he was talking up Orion so much to Light Ray that Light Ray felt, so it's kind of
Yeah,
like
inadequate. So it's like he has this guilty feeling that maybe he's the reason his son is dead. Like there's all of these things that are like weighing down on him, and he
Hmm.
basically like this issue is basically him stepping away from his role that he's held for so long because he feels like he doesn't deserve it.
Right. But
And
there's a moment in here where that gets changed, and I really like that
yeah,
moment.
I talking about the end.
Changes for him. Yeah.
Yeah, so like as like the issue goes on, like you basically like Superman and Scott, Mr. Miracle, they talk briefly, you know, kind of like to rally the troops, and then Scott brings about this idea of them like having the Feast of the Gods and them all celebrating. You know, and then you've got like the secret, like the sneaky stuff with Terrific and McGann in the background with finding out who arrived on the other ship and why it's been moved and hidden and who did it and why they did it and all these things. And it's revealed to be Maxwell Lord. And we kind of found that out, like the reader did. We found that on like a couple issues ago.
Hmm.
But you know, you get a couple cool sequences with them, and then you go back to the feast where Highfather, you know, sets his staff down and says, "You guys need to choose a new Highfather because I'm basically I'm done."
Right.
And it's like it's this unspoken moment right here between like he's Orion sees Isaiah. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
yeah, like he sees him put down the staff and he's like looking right at it with intent. And then you see like Scott and Barta just like look over at him and they smile, like kind of like how they know, but
Yeah.
almost like Orion's like, I should, but should I?
Right.
Which is kind of an interesting question because he knows that he's like basically the next in line to do it, but also like, so he should do it, but also should he do it because is he actually the right person to do it?
What's sad is it's almost like Light Ray was the one
Should have been the one
probably.
to, yeah, should be the High Father. Oh,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be crazy if he does come back, if him and the Black Racer make it out of there, and you get this. Oh, that would be so cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Um, and then it jumps back to Desaad and Maxwell Lord and how they've discovered this black hole. And you know, typically, you know, Maxwell Lord explained to Desaad that like typically black holes like they swallow light, they don't have any like little trace bits of radiation energy here there. That's not really anything that like spikes.
Hmm.
But there's like a large energy source in the inside the black hole that seems to be dark side, you know, or at least that's what they think it is, or it's dark side calling to them.
Hmm.
And which is kind of a I mean, we knew that, but also like for them to like for all these other like players, I guess, to be discovering what's going on, and for it to kind of be an actual like a perceivable event to the bigger universe, not just something the heroes know, you know?
Yeah.
Like, oh, we had this event that happened in the Watchtower and opened up a rift in the Watchtower, and now we're the only ones that know. Like, there's very clearly an issue that people from Earth can observe. And but they don't know what they're looking at. People like Maxwell Lord do because he's scratching this like Omega symbol that's been
like
like
etched
burnt,
or like
yeah, like etched into his forehead.
it 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 looks like one of those like dermals. Have you like seen those where it's like
Yeah, like do you think like these are like the marks of dark side? Like, do you think here's kind of
yeah,
something I'm maybe thinking about now is you know how he went around like was like basically like fucking up all these like pieces like during the All In-ish special when he's like going around doing all this stuff like wreaking havoc across the universe trying to collect all these things and like create his own miracle machine like do the whole miracle machine thing. Um, what if because of that event and when he did complete it and like what if they're like like remnants of him or like his essence that have made its way into people throughout the universe?
I believe that makes sense.
Maxwell Lord having done some,
That would work with what Final Crisis
yeah, I
established.
was about to say
Yeah,
like and Max and Lord having done some pretty gnarly shit to the heroes in the past, and it sets him very clearly on the bad side of things.
right.
It wouldn't be impossible for him to be like an agent of Darkseid, which be it clearly is. But like I don't know, I think if you kind of run that idea further, you might find other characters that are just like him right now.
Yeah. But he's the one that basically tells the Sod basically like, hey, what if he never died? What if he's like, through the looking glass, like looking at us, like through another universe? Like, what if he is? Like finally, like what if Darkseid really is? Like
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like I think that philosophical question that they've been asking for a while, like Darkseid is, but like he is now.
yeah, now he is. And this next page was really cool too. It's like finally we see like Granny Goodness and the Furies.
Yeah, and they're all like ready
Evan
to go.
Cagle drawing them, dude. Like
Good
so
stuff, dude.
yeah, so sick, dude. And then yeah, we get to
Is
the
that what's her face?
who?
What's her name? Is it one of the Furies, the chick from World War Saga? What was her name?
Oh,
She turned into like
but
who was
it was
that?
a new light ray, wasn't it?
Yes. Yes. Then it was like Dark Ray, wasn't it? At the end, like
Yes.
Light Ray
Yeah.
is.
Yeah. That
You
would
think
be
maybe
cool.
maybe we see the return of that? Like, I don't know, man. I just
That's cool.
yeah, I don't know. But is it? Well, I thought she was a Fury, no?
I don't think it
Or
was
am I tripping?
I don't think it was a Fury per se, but I know she was a new god or
Yeah,
something
I
like
don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering. Either way, yeah, Granny and the Fury show up, but then I think the really important part is this last couple of pages right here.
that. Hmm.
It goes back to Highfather, who's just sitting under a tree, and it's like this. He's always been in control of like every aspect of New Genesis. It's weather, it's light, it's darkness, it's you know, fertile land, it's infertile land, the people there, every insect, every bit of dust. If he wanted to turn a leaf into something into like literally something else, he could. Like it's just like, but he's so powerless here, and he has no control over anything that he's just succumbed to the elements. Like he's just basically accepted the fact that this is what it is now.
Yeah, it's like I
But
started. He mentions like I started over before, but it's like kind of like he doesn't have the, and he can't do it again.
yeah, he's just given into what is, at this
Yeah,
point.
and
But such a cool moment here at the end with Scott and Barta. They introduce him to Olivia,
yeah, because he's like,
and
"What's my purpose?" Like, well, I don't have a purpose, and then you kind of,
yeah, and it's like this beautiful moment of like a
yeah,
grandparent, like you know what I mean. And it's like literally,
that's what
it's
my
like
purpose is. I'm gonna be a grandpa.
yeah, literally, like, and it's like really, it's like this cool moment because it's like so symbolic because it's literally downpouring in rain, like
Yeah,
to like symbolize his sadness and like his lost purpose. But then when he holds Liv and he finally sees her face, like all of those raindrops turn to flower petals.
yeah,
It's fucking awesome, dude.
yeah. It's wonderful. I love it,
Yeah.
and it's so humanizing to see, High
Which
Father.
is why, like, it
Hey,
was a
I'm gonna take this, put the staff down, and I'm just gonna be the
yes,
fucking grandpa. I'm just gonna chill. I'm gonna
yeah,
enjoy.
exactly. Like my work is complete. Somebody else can like carry on my legacy. I get to rest and I get to like, I get to enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like this is like a cool. I like this issue. It's really, really good.
Yeah, I did too. This series in general is just great. Kegel, and Ron
Killing
are
it,
killing
bro.
it. They're killing it. Kegel's art is incredible, and the artist choices that they're going with are, that's a artistic. direction itself. So to see them both working together on that is really cool. It's not just like
Yeah.
Rom being like, "Hey, I want this person to do this." It's like basically Rom and Kegel being like, "This is our story. What do you think would fit the story better?" And I think that's really cool. And it only gives this book more gravitas. Do it.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like it makes the scope of it seem a lot larger, even though a lot of the stuff happening in it is very personal.
Hmm.
Especially in the second half, because the first half of this was very like epic in scope, and it was this giant cosmic war, and all of these things happening at once. These stakes were like insurmountably high, with the story on Earth and this new god potentially being the successor to Darkseid and all this other shit going on. But then you also have this like these beings from like literally from the old from the previous world, like what seemed to be the fourth, the first world maybe,
Hmm.
like old gods, like coming in and saying like, all right, we're just gonna wreck shop, like
Yeah.
we're gonna decimate New Genesis and we're gonna like take over.
Right.
So I don't know, man. There's a lot of interesting stuff that was built up, and now it's kind of like slowed down to
Well, now you think about it, like now there's like two power vacuums because
yes,
now you got Darkseid gone, now you got Highfather gone. So it's like you got two power vacuums now. So
yeah,
that's kind of like and especially for the new gods who sit above the multiverse, that's kind of a big deal.
right. Well, like yeah, you have like quite literally, you have the two seats of power in the fourth world that are unclaimed.
Yeah,
So like what one, who claims those seats, and two, what happens after they are claimed, and is it good or is it bad?
right. This is like a whole new era for the new gods. Like we're
I
completely
love it, dude. It's really
yeah.
this reminds me of like when Gillen was doing. I was gonna talk Tin Can Society, but now I just want to keep talking New Gods for a minute.
Yeah.
I'll save Tin Can Society for another week.
Okay, for sure.
Um, but yeah, like there's this cool like parallel to like Eternals by Gillen.
Hmm.
And in that, like Zurus, I think is his name. He's like the eternal, like the prime eternal. But he gets like bodied like early on in the series. And it makes way for Thanos to come in and become prime eternal. And a lot of shit goes down. But it's like it's interesting to see this like both Jack Kirby properties as right now
Yeah,
and then recently right now the New Gods and recently the Eternals.
right,
There's this huge shakeup in their status quo and what they are. Like, I mean, the Eternals are a little bit different because you had this big reveal that anytime an Eternal died and they were reborn, a human life, like a human died.
right,
So like anytime they were reborn, Earth killed a person and essentially gave them their life. So it was this really big like more like moral struggle, and it humanized the some of the Eternals in a way because they chose to like stop fighting,
yeah,
or like basically say like or I think that's at one point they were able to like disconnect themselves from like the machine, or like they were disconnected, so anytime they died it was their final death, and some of them chose to stay that like were like choosing to stay that way.
yeah.
So like it's cool to see some parallels between both works from Jack Kirby that are very much grounded in mythology and like fantastical, like godlike beings
I
that
agree.
that have like a really human element to them.
Yeah,
Good shit, dude.
yeah,
I just also love when good writers take ideas that haven't been used in a long time or stuff that like really feels unappreciated by iconic creators in the industry and just revitalizes them.
yeah. I mean, the only people who really touch New God stuff is like, like Grant Morrison or like, like those people, like you
Yeah.
don't really see too many people want to touch like the fourth world or anything like that. So,
And it's like I'm so disappointed every single day now since I heard that Hickman chose X-Men
oh,
over Legion of Superheroes and Fourth
oh,
World stuff. It just like
there's
ruins
so much Hickman could have done with
like
Legion.
ruins my day, dude. And I think
Because there's so much you could do with Legion of Superheroes with like a time span and like
it just ruins my day when I
travel,
think
time
about it too much. I'm like,
manipulation.
ugh.
Because you got time travel, time manipulation, and such a time span with the Legion of Superheroes, and I just feel like Hickman would
I
have.
just I just imagine what it would have been like because it feels like he probably would have been able to do it uninterrupted
Yeah,
and just create this like multi-year epic.
Well,
between the
especially
two
with like how
brands.
DC's letting people cook right now. Like, yeah, Hickman would be cooking like
I'm
over.
saying like, but instead he gets like 2 years on Krakoa, and then he's like kind of like off to the side. Starts up the Ultimate Universe, kind of off to the side. Bam, doing Imperial, doing nothing after that, off to the side. Like, what are you gonna do after that, bro? Like, are you gonna like set up Marvel's like classic monster universe again? Like Fin Fang Foom and all
It
like
just
all
seems like Hickman's. I feel like Hickman is.
you're just doing side quests, dude.
Yeah, I feel like he's just burnt out, and he's like, I don't want to
They
come.
just need to let him run editorial, bro. Like
Yeah, I
it'll
dude,
it'll 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 literally never happen. It'll never happen in a million fucking years. But if it did, Marvel might potentially be in the best place they've been in a long ass time.
I just want that contract to be up because Hickman doing some DC stuff would be.
Not even DC, like I want my dude to do some indie stuff again, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, how about maybe finish Decorum,
Hmm.
Hickman? Or how about also, now I feel like I'm being a little bit aggressive, sorry, bro. But also maybe finish Black Monday Murders because you told me there'd be another volume of that and it's not out yet. If you're listening, Hickman, which I know you're not, but if you do,
If you do, thanks for watching,
yeah,
Hickman.
thanks for watching. But first off, maybe also finish those books, please, because I really want to read them more.
Yeah,
Come on, guy. But yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. It's
that,
late. We got to talk some books, like quite a few books actually.
yeah, we got to talk
So,
quite a bit. A lot
um,
longer than we thought it was going to be.
yeah, I did see Fantastic Four tonight. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah, yeah, I plan on seeing it this
Yeah,
weekend.
yeah,
So
you'll
we'll talk
probably
about it.
you'll see it before then.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got. So let's call it.
All right, dude.
Peace out.
Stay safe, guys.
Yep, later.